everyone, this is Michael Dougal, your trusted resource for all things real estate related here in the Greater Toronto Area, sharing with you the June numbers extracted from the MLS. And at the end of the video, you're going to learn how to take advantage of this market, whether you are a buyer or a seller, because this market is different depending on the style of home and depending on the location. Here we're looking at the Greater Toronto Area stats within the past year, the number of sales, active listings, months of inventory, average price, and DOM, which stands for days on market. June saw 7,481 sales. This is a healthy number. The major talking point here is that the number of sales actually has decreased because May saw 9,000 sales, though this is fairly common that June is a little bit slower because of the fact that it's a summertime. We've passed the spring market now. However, this year we've seen somewhat of a late spring market with increased activity specifically in April and May. And though comparing this number to last year, we're seeing an increased amount of activity, not just in the resale market, but also pre-construction market. Last year, June saw 6,400 sales. July saw only about 5,000 sales. That's when the market started to somewhat decline with respect to the number of sales, though the number of active listings has significantly increased up to over 14,000. So whenever this happens, that the number of sales decreases and the number of active listings increases, it's a sign that we are heading more towards a buyer's market. Now, I would still say it's a seller's market. List your property and you should expect that your property would be sold with relative ease, though in May there was over 9,000 sales and there was under 12,000 active listings. Now, you can see this increase with the number of active listings. It's been increasing since December 2022. There was about 8,700 active listings, and we can see how it has slowly been increasing, though the increase from May to June was definitely significant. We're seeing a lot of buyers that were in the marketplace within the past couple of months are suddenly on the sidelines, yet at the same time, more listings have come up for sale, and that could have been because of the fact that May saw very strong prices and a lot of those sellers that were on the sidelines decided to get in the market. So we have more sellers in the market, but suddenly buyers have gone on standby. And this is reflected in the months of inventory, which has now increased up to 1.89. May was 1.32, April 1.38, March 1.47, February 2.02. So we can conclude that it's as much of a seller's market as it was back around February, March. You wouldn't be able to sell your home as quickly as you would during the month of May. The average price that was reported across all home styles, again in the Greater Toronto Area, was $1,180,000. This decreased just slightly from May's number of $1,200,000. Back in April, it was $1,150,000, and then going back to last year, June, we can see the average price was $1,150,000. So our average price has actually increased if we compare it to last year. Though we're in the second week of July now, and I'm not seeing the market get any better. If anything, it's slightly dropping, nothing too significant, but I did predict that the average price would come down by 3 to 4%. I talk more about my market predictions in this video right over here. And if you're getting value from this video, subscribe and drop a like. And if you are considering buying or selling, call me, as my customers get excellent service, and real estate agents looking for a great brokerage, reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty, where we provide great training and support for you to excel with your business. And the days on market has not changed at all. So despite the market being a little bit more advantageous for buyers versus sellers over the past month, our DOM is still 14 days on market. Going back to April, it was 17 days. Look back in January 2023, it was 29 days, and back in June 2022, it was 15 days on the market. And in this next chart, we're looking at how the average price has changed if we compare June 2022 to June 2023 across different property types. So detached property, they've increased in value. The average sale in June 2022 was $1,455,000, though in June 2023, the average detached sale was $1,531,000, which represents a 5.2% increase. With semi-detached homes in June 2022, the average sale was $1,125,000, though in June 2023, the average sale was $1,215,000. That represents an 8% increase. To our average townhouse sale did also increase in value. The average sale was $933,000 in June 2022. Now it's $979,000, which represents a 5% increase. Though condo apartments, they've experienced a slight decrease by 1.1%, with the average sale at $747,000 in June 2022 and $739,000 in June 2023. And here we're only looking at the month of June represented in each of these years from 2019 up to 2023. 2019, the month of June saw an average price of $832,000. In 2020, during the month of June, the average price was $931,000. The average price in June 2021 was $1,089,000. The average price in June 2022 was $1,146,000. The average price that was seen across all GTA sales in June 2023 was $1,182,000. Now, is it a good time to buy? buy. With the exception of the luxury market, I'd say for first-time buyers, it's a great time to buy. Probably the best time to buy we've seen over the past few months. And that's because now we're seeing a lot more inventory come to the market, meaning that buyers actually have selection and they can decide on like floor plan or the ideal backyard, because suddenly they have 3 or 4 choices of homes versus just having 1 or 2 in a specific area that they're looking at. And you'd be surprised, there's a lot of sellers out there that are desperately looking for the right buyer for their property because they're getting showings, but buyers look at their property only for comparison purposes, or they want to see other homes that are listed for sale in the area. And if they've opted for the bidding war pricing strategy, come offer day, they're surprised to learn that there's no offers at all, or maybe just a couple of offers. Though it may not be the right time for you to downsize, especially if you're coming from a higher price property over to a lower price property, because a lot of the listings that are in the higher price range, what's happening is that they're actually sitting on the market, or they're selling far less than what the sellers had expected. So they have to sell at a far less price. So the gap between what they sell for and what they purchase for is a lot less of a gap than what it would have been about a month ago. So really, perspective is everything. We're finding that some buyers and sellers think the market's going to get better, some think it's going to get worse, and that's obviously going to factor in what decision that you make with your buying and selling needs. And if you are considering buying and selling, call me. My customers get excellent service. We are still selling properties far over asking price, and if you're a real estate agent that's looking for a great brokerage, definitely reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.